Welcome, everyone. This is my very first podcast called Today in Comics. Today, I'll be talking about DC news, such as the Penguin getting great reviews. I'll be talking about Matt Reeves talking about the Batman Part 2 comments, Lantern's casting, and James Gunn going to New York Comic Con with Creature Commandos cast. And Marvel news, we'll be talking about Spider-Man's new director and Venom 3 trailer, which is pretty exciting. So, the Penguin is now certified fresh at 91% at the tomato meter with 32 reviews. I don't know if it's changed because it's been, 3 hours ago? It can be changed from 91% to an 89% or 95%. But from what I've seen, the comments, it is more like a mobster grounded take of the Penguin, which is kind of awesome because it feels like I think one of the comments says like Godfather, maybe, if I recall from that comment a couple hours ago when I saw it on Twitter or X, which is pretty cool because I'm excited for this show. I like a good mobster grounded take in the Batman universe. And Matt Reeves is pretty much producing it, so it even makes it much worth it to live up the hype. And speaking of Matt Reeves, he commented about the Batman Part 2 about will it had a trilogy or not. And he says things kind of shifted. I want the origin stories of these other characters of the Rogues Gallery. That story, the Penguin, was originally going to be the entry into the next movie. So it's gonna be a trilogy, regardless if the Batman 2 Part 2 succeeds or fails. It's still getting the trilogy regardless, which is pretty cool because I think the Batman deserves a trilogy because it feels very more grounded than the Dark Knight trilogy, which is kind of shocking when you say that out loud because I thought the Dark Knight trilogy was pretty grounded, but the Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, took it to another whole level, which is kind of cool, kind of pretty exciting. I'm excited for the Batman Part 2, and I'm excited to see the Penguin show coming out next week along with Agatha, which I totally forgot that show is coming out next week, which is kind of crazy because I'm always up to speed of the Marvel shows, but I totally forgot Agatha existed. And other news, James Gunn will attend New York Comic Con on October 19th. And he commented, "We will fill you in on the details of our monster army and the seeds of the DCU." Which is kind of crazy when you think about it because he announced his DCU phase or chapters. Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, like I think a year and a half to 2 years ago. And it feels like a lifetime ago, man. He talks about his phase of movies and TV shows, games, and animation. The first will be Creature Commandos, which is I think will take place right after the Suicide Squad, from 2020. If I recall, it was from the release date. So yeah, well, it will not be like it will kind of be like Suicide Squad, but instead of humans, it'll be like monsters. Cause I think in the trailer it mentions that the U.S. government cannot use humans beings, so Waller chose a loophole and chose some monsters instead. Just kind of crazy. I wonder what's gonna happen to Creature Commandos, because I know the Creature Commandos comics, it takes place in World War II, but this one takes in modern city. So I want to see how that goes. And also, I didn't notice until right now, the Superman marketing just started as of today, or spotted, correction, at the Batman experience in London. So you'll see like a Superman symbol, and underneath the Superman symbol it says July 11th, 2025, which is 10 months from today. No, yeah, 10 months from today, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because he announced that Superman movie like a year and a half ago, and it flew by really quick, and nobody knew who's gonna be the director until James Gunn announcing for himself that he's going to direct it and write it, which is shows him the confidence that he has for the script, for the character, for the story, for his team, for everything. He and Peter Safran is creating a very long 10-year plan of DC story, which it could be anything. From what I see on the symbol, it's like a Kingdom Come, so it's like a reverse Kingdom Come. So instead of like an old Superman coming in and trying to stop these new generation of superheroes from messing up the city and hurting civilians in the Kingdom Come comic. In this movie, it's more of the opposite. It's like a younger Superman coming in and help of other heroes from being like corporate sponsorship. It's fascinating, and you'll probably see like other superheroes. Like it's a live-in DC world with other heroes. So Superman is not the only hero that existed. You got Guy Gardner as Green Lantern in there. You got Hawkgirl. You got Mister Terrific. I think that's the second time in live action that he's been appeared. And you got probably Maxwell Lord and Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, so on. It's gonna be a big cast. It's gonna be a big movie. But I know I have faith in James Gunn because James Gunn know what he's doing. He put his passion, he put his soul to the script, to this movie. I can't wait for Superman coming out in 2025. I'm very excited for his DCU world. I'm very excited. So let's move on. Let's talk about lanterns. So a couple of days ago, there was speculations or casting of like older Hal Jordan cast, but now 2 out of the 5 left, or 3 out of the 5 left. Josh Brolin was the top choice for playing Hal Jordan as Green Lantern for the Lanterns show on HBO original, I believe so. Josh Brolin has passed on playing Hal Jordan in the Lantern series. I only see some of his stuff, such as Deadpool, Jonah Hex, and what was the last movie was in? I don't know, but it's been a long time. I think he could probably fit this role, but if he decided to pass it, that's his choice. I was hoping for Chris Pine because he actually fit as in the character. He fit this role. He looks the part. Hell, he even got the actual like the good like hairstyle right there, perfectly matched as Hal Jordan. So if I was James Gunn or any hiring casting directors, I would choose Chris Pine, but that's just my opinion. Are you guys excited for Lanterns? Because I'm excited for Lanterns. Cause it's been a long time since we have a Green Lantern show or movie. The last Green Lantern movie was in 2011. Ryan Reynolds started as Hal Jordan, and you see how the box office is. You see how the reception is. It wasn't that good. Ever since then, Warner Bros. couldn't even dare to touch Green Lantern until recently when James Gunn came out and said, "Hey, we're doing a Lantern show. We got this." So I have faith. I have faith behind the process. I have faith on the writers. I have faith on the directors. I have faith on the studios of DC Studios of James Gunn. So we shall see. Marvel news: the MCU Spider-Man 4 has found its director in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director Destin Daniel Cretton. I hope I pronounced it right. The director had proceeded to step away from the Avengers, the Kane Dynasty, to focus on other Marvel projects, which is Spider-Man 4. I'll say this. I saw Shang-Chi like once in theaters. It was during the pandemic. I liked it. I didn't like the third act of the film. I think it was like too much CGI, too much of everything. But with action, I think he would do good in action in this movie. So I hope it's a street level Spider-Man that focus on like the Kingpin, Kraven the Hunter, or any other characters that hasn't been introduced in the Marvel Spider-Man universe. What do you guys think? I'm excited for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think the last best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie was Spider-Man No Way Home. It's just because of nostalgia, such as Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and even the best part of all, Daredevil, Matt Murdock. But yeah, I'm excited for this choice of director. I hope he does good. And other news, Venom 3 has a new trailer came out today. I didn't want to see it because I'm trying to avoid a lot of trailers as of recently, because lately trailers have been spoiling so much stuff, even like the second trailer or even the first trailer. So I just avoid trailers ever. I'm done with trailers. I only watch teasers that's like less than like a minute and a half. After that, I'm done. But if you guys are excited for Venom, let me know and we shall see. Alright everyone, that's the news for today. And by the way, and I am the host for this podcast. My favorite character is Batman, Superman, and Daredevil. I love those three characters. They resemblance of myself. I think as a kid I was into growing up with Superman because I like to have like a hopeful kindness world or myself. But recently when I watched the Tim Burton Batman 1989, I feel like oh this guy's much better, more grounded, more gritty, more gothic. So I went to Batman for the last 20 years until I went back to Superman again because the whole like James Gunn making a Superman film, which just got me back to loving Superman again because we haven't had a good Superman movie since, well, some people will say 2013, some people will say 1978, the Superman movie. So I'm just excited we're getting a new Superman movie that lives has like a foundation of the DC characters. I'm very excited. And Daredevil, I got into Daredevil recently since 2018, since like the Daredevil Netflix show. I watched all three seasons. I think it was one of the best comic book shows of all time. Nothing can surpass Daredevil. Not even my favorite Smallville show. I love Smallville, but Daredevil takes the cake. That's the best comic book show of all time, or any comic book anything. I think the writers, the directors, the cast did a magnificent job of doing that, and I'm excited for Daredevil Born Again Disney Plus show. I hope they get it right. I hope they don't mess it up. Please Disney, don't mess it up. I have faith because they're rearranging the scripts, re rewriting the plots, rewriting the story, which I'm happy. And I saw the lead trailer and I was blown away because it was on my Twitter feed. I was like, oh, I can't. I love Daredevil. Daredevil is such a cool character. Tragedy. He's a tragic character, but he's a cool character. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. This is my very first podcast. I was a little nervous. Yeah, a little nervous. I'm very excited to have a start for this podcast. I hope I will come back next week with a better, more confidence, better, more news. So thank you everyone and goodbye.